Okay, so we are an online school, and that's why most of us gathered online, but Ina and I are here in person. We usually get together for that. And well, we gathered today in person or online to celebrate the 2019 graduation at IAA. And this is 15th graduation, and we have 4 students graduating today. And they will be number 45, 46, 47, and 48. And the students are Shane Hedrick, Susan Scarborough, Sydney Hoffman-Swartley. Sydney, hi. And we also have a very special graduate today. It's the first graduate in the Spanish department of IAA, Jessica Fernandez. She's not here, but she's also graduating today from the Spanish department program that is led by Monica Escalante. So this event, I want to say that this event is an effort from the graduates, obviously, but it's also an effort from the fantastic instructors of IAA. And many of them are also graduates of IAA, as you know. So as we congratulate the graduates, we also want to congratulate and acknowledge our amazing instructors who are very dedicated and thorough and generously share their knowledge and experience with the students. Well, I think everybody who went through the program knows that IAA is a very special place in the astrological community, and it's dedicated to preparing professional astrologers and to deliver a comprehensive and systematic astrological education. And you probably know that the school is not for everyone. And we see very many aspiring astrologers who come to the school, and then they figure out and realize that there is a lot of effort and time that has to be invested in these studies, and we just see them go away. But those who did go through the program, those who made it through the end, are grateful forever for the knowledge and skills and confidence that they developed as a result of this education at IAA. So we know that this is the age of often promised quick online fixes, but through all these changes, IAA remained true to its goal to put professional in professional astrologer. And this is why those who seek a deep, comprehensive understanding of astrology keep coming to IAA and still stay until the graduation and beyond. And I think for everyone who did that, IAA has been an amazing journey of growth, fun, and enriching interactions with fellow astrologers, other students, and our great instructors. At least it was for me, because I'm also a graduate of IAA. And I'm still happy being involved in teaching and administrating this amazing school. It has been a really great experience. And I'm happy to help others to get the astrological education that I also got from IAA. And it's my pride and pleasure to be involved in the process and to stand and speak here today as we celebrate this 15th IAA graduation and our 4 graduates, including our first graduate in the Spanish department. And now I want to introduce Ina Stanley, who is the founder and the president of the IAA. Ina founded online school in 1997, when the whole concept of the online interactions and especially education was in the very, very beginning. And this was a remarkable insight into the future. And she remained, through the years, she remained deeply involved in developing the curriculum, the programs, administrating the school, interacting with the students, and in every other aspect of the IAA education. Ina, it's yours.
Thank you.
That's mine.
Thank you, Olga. Congratulations, Shane and Sydney and Susan and Jessica.
Thank you.
Yes, we are recording. Yes, yes. I'm so honored to be here today, and I'm so proud of all of you. I had no idea when this school began back in 1997 of the superior quality and dedication to the craft the graduates would possess. And with your involvement, you have raised IAA standards to a higher level. Each student brings with them their essence in the form of class participation, with their homework, and simply by their presence. Each one of you makes this school a better place, and every one of you is my pride. 22 years ago this month, we held our first class. I had no idea where it was going. I had in my mind what Ed Perone had told me 5 months earlier when I had called and said, let's build a school. He had assured me that online ventures had a very short lifespan. But this turned out to be the culmination of my 2 visions. The first one was to educate, 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 with the goal to take. I've read a couple of books and now I'm a professional astrologer off the street. The second one was to utilize this new technology and give a student anywhere in the world a quality education. Astrology has come a long way since I set my heart on that original goal 40 years ago. First, it was the computer, which allowed everyone, both professional and novice, to get a chart and even multiple charts instantly. I had been one of those astrologers who had to sit at her desk and hand calculate each and every chart. And then after finishing that, calculate the timing of transits and progressions and solar arc directions. It's my imagining that the computer freed those incredible minds like Bob Zoller and Rob Hahn and Robert Schmidt to begin their laborious task of translating the astrology of antiquity into 20th century language. Reaching back into the intellect of the ancients has brought us closer to grasping the fundamental nature of our craft. Astrology is now in the midst of its first true renaissance. It had to die in the 18th, 19th century so it could be born again. this undertaking is very significant to me personally. There's definitely something quite significant to be gained by our 20th century pioneers like Carl Jung and Joseph Campbell, with their insight and wisdom and what they have contributed to the depth of our astrological creativity. Nonetheless, I see, and this is reflected in the set of courses at IAA, that the new and the old are beginning are bringing us a synthesis beyond anything that we've ever seen before. We are in the process of an astrological evolution, an amalgam of a deeper and broader wisdom. That is the underpinning of IAA. Step by step, course by course, it is our objective to not only accomplish the surface work of a trade school that gives its students the skills and techniques, but as well to offer a deeper insight into life. So Shane, Signe, Susan, and Jessica, go with pride, with my heartfelt love and blessings. Thank you.
Yay, Tina.
Okay, and now I will introduce the graduates. So our first graduate is Signe Hoffman, who is a chiropractic doctor and acutonics practitioner. She lives and practices in Bakersfield, California. Signe is a chiropractor with more than 25 years of experience. She has a successful, busy, and ever-growing practice. She also enjoys the support of her family, her husband Kurt, and her daughters Piper and Scarlett. Signe started studying astrology at the time when she had an opposition of transiting Uranus to her natal Uranus, and then it moved to her Aries stellium in her natal chart. That's when she found IAA online and started her study of astrology at IAA. And at IAA, she discovered her love and niche. She is dedicated to classical medical astrology and the horary astrology. Our second graduate is Shane Hedrick, who has been working in the federal government for almost 30 years. She has been studying astrology since 2009. And very soon after she started studying astrology, she started receiving unsolicited referrals for readings. And that prompted her to start her study at IAA in 2012, after she realized that she needed to know much more. Shane is currently on the IAA board, and she is starting teaching Nat 7 chart synthesis this semester. Susan Scarborough is the third graduate. She is a therapeutic harpist. As a therapeutic harpist, Susan works with the hospice and ICU patients. She worked for over 20 years in the technology industry and until recently managed technical teams around the globe. Currently, Susan works part-time at the University of North Carolina Medical School. Susan became intrigued with astrology about 2.5 years ago. Then she began her studies with IAA at that time, and she finished the program in a record time with excellent grades in all her classes. Her goal is to continue the studies while pursuing a career in astrology. Susan is training to teach Nat 3, deepening planetary delineations, and also Nat 6 calculations, a class where she truly excelled. And our fourth graduate, as I already mentioned, is Jessica Fernandez, who is the first graduate in the Spanish department, led by Monica Escalante. Jessica started her studies at IAA a while ago, 2011, right? 2011, 2012.
No,
8 years.
No.
Yeah, no?
It was Was that 8 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, about 8 years ago. And she is not here, but well, we also congratulate her and celebrate her achievements. So first of all, I want to congratulate you on this amazing achievement, finishing IA diploma program, which is not an easy program. And as a graduate of IA, I know very well how much time and effort you have to give in order to finish this program, and how hard it is to find the time and energy when you already have a demanding day job. So congratulations and good luck with your continuing studies of astrology. And now we'll give the podium to the graduates. If you want to tell us more about yourself and tell us about your plans, life plans, astrology plans, and whatever you want to say. So Shane, why don't we start with you, because I see you in the window first.
Okay. Well, hopefully I can do it without tearing up too much. I've kind of been wiping them away during the earlier parts of the program. So I actually am retiring from my regular day job end of this month. So it's cool to me. Yeah, it's cool to me that this graduation is happening now. It's like turning the page, you know, closing one chapter and starting a new one. And I really didn't think that I was going to ever graduate, just because of some life things that had been occurring over a couple of years. So, sorry.
It's
It just
okay.
means so much to me to have to be here at, you know, for this ceremony. So I guess that's it. I'll just boo-hoo and mute myself.
Okay, thank you. Susan, do you want to say anything? Well, we can hear you well. You're breaking up. Can you start over?
I said I'll keep it short and sweet. Following Shane, I don't think I can follow that. So I really just want to say thank you to everyone, because everyone in this room, with the exception of Jody, who will become part of this, has been either helpful to me or has instructed me along the way, and that's Levita and Olga. Igni helped me. Sam, you kept me laughing the whole time. So I can't express how great this journey was, and the way everyone pulled together for me, who knew absolutely nothing about astrology coming in. So coming out with the knowledge that I have, I feel like I can say that I've studied for 5 years instead of 2.5. No, it's just been wonderful. So thank everyone. And Levita, I didn't say Levita. How could I forget Levita? Oh my God. Levita was my third instructor. So yeah, can't forget Levita. So thank you, Shane. Thank you, Signy, for helping me too. Signy helped me in my medical astrology class a lot.
Oh, come here then.
Okay, Signy, do you want to say something?
Okay. Hi. I don't know what to say. I feel starstruck. I talk for a living, and then now I'm all of a sudden I get shy. I just want to thank IAA for helping me guide me through the astrology, learning astrology, because what it is utterly overwhelming if you don't have guidance and teachers and mentors. And I thank everybody who is part of the process of learning, because it's learning with others is for me is a lot more supportive and fun than learning, you know, just right out of a book. I mean, we need to do that also, but it was just my pleasure to work with all of the instructors and the fellow students, and I've developed very close friendships over this past 4 years. I think it's been 4 years. I started in what was it, 2015. Yeah, 4 years. So I'm just very grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you, IAA. Thank you, Olga, and everybody. Thank you.
Okay, now maybe the instructors or anybody else who is online and is not showing themselves but want to say
Yes.
something. Huh?
There's Samuel.
Yeah. Sam, Lavita, Chris. Who else is here? Kati.
Well, I had Susan and Shane in my class in Nat 3, and I never had Signe. I think you had Jenny. Jenny,
Yes, Jenny Gilmore.
but she was teaching the day class, and so I knew about you because we would meet, once a week and discuss what was happening in the classes. So I knew you through osmosis, but not a direct contact there. But it's, at IAA, and so Susan and Shane are both going to be coming onto the faculty, and welcome for that. And we teach at this school because we love teaching. We teach at this school because we love our students, and we teach at the school because we love the school, and we love astrology. So it's always such an honor to have a new student come through. And I have to say that some of the students kind of come and go, and then somebody will say something, I go, I think I had that person, but it doesn't always register until I look. But both Shane and Susan were two students that came through my classes that just really made an indelible mark in my heart. So, congratulations that you have gone through and you made it through to the end, and may you move forward on your path well lit. So
I want to say one thing here about Lavita. Lavita is our senior teacher. She's been an instructor at IAA, 19 years now, Lavita?
19 years. Yep. Teaching basic delineation. So you got to come through that gate to get to the rest of it. So
Right.
yes. And I really have such heartfelt for you, Ina, because of your vision that you have opened this for so many people. I tell all my students in the beginning, the ones who have the biggest struggle are the ones who've studied on their own. And I say, what you're doing here at the school is you are not doing the Swiss cheese version of your home study. You are building something solid brick by brick so that you can go out into the world and have that foundation that is there. So, thank you for your vision and having it come to fruition for all of these years and for all of these students and all of the instructors. So thank you for that, Ina.
Okay, you're welcome. Believe me, you're welcome. This is my heart.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
Everybody
to a graduation and I haven't cried.
Yeah, that's true. She almost cried.
I always cry. And I've got an air moon. How do you?
Yeah, it takes a lot.
Yeah. And mascara.
Okay. Who else wants to say anything?
I would like to say something, please,
Is it
if
Chris?
I may.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. First of all, apologies for being late. I couldn't get onto my usual browser, and I spent the last 20 minutes trying to get in, but I made it. I'm not sure how. And I just want to say I know Shane, I know Susan from many, many years ago. I took Susan through Nat 6 a long time ago. Well, it was Nat 6 in those days, the calculation course. And I don't know the others of you, but I do know how much you must have had to work to get right through all this. It took you a long time, I know. And I just want to commend you on the work you have done. And I just want to tell you that whether you like it or not, you are part now of the IAA family, and you are stuck with us. And we will be following your careers for the rest of your lives, so you better do us proud, okay? Congratulations. And I totally agree with everything that Levita said. What Ina has founded here has been absolutely amazing. She's crying because she has too much association with me, and I'm a Cancer. So that's I've rubbed off on her. Anyway, well done. Enjoy your graduation. Celebrate and enjoy the rest of your astrological lives. May it be long and plentiful.
Thank
That's
you.
all.
Yes.
Thank you. Sam, Jody, anyone else? Do you want to say anything?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm very excited to be here. Actually, I don't know you, Shane, but hi, congratulations. And I just want to say to Susan and Signe, who I had last semester, actually Susan, who I had at my very first teaching assignment here at IAA. So I'm really happy to see you go through. Well, first you endured my 2 classes, so thank you. And Signe for being there for the last class and to see you. And one thing I want to say that's also really touching for me, I didn't go through IAA, but I did go through Ina Stanley. Ina is on, she signed the certificates. I did the NCGR certifications. I did all level 3. So she's on my first 2. So we all have a connection through Ina in some permutation or form. So I like to thank Ina for putting together such a wonderful program. And I also like to thank Olga. And I know I'm saying your name wrong. I'm going to work on it. I don't know if you guys know that in Russian it's very different. I have a friend who's also Russian, and I say his wife's name is Olga too, and he's like, no, you're saying it wrong. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But
Yeah, you promised me to pronounce it correctly. You promised me that you will learn how to.
I know I'm working on it. Oh yeah, I don't know how to say it. It's like it's different. It goes in the back of the throat in a way. But I want to thank you. I mean, one thing that's great about Olga, if I have a problem, what amazes me is that I will get an email back like within minutes. It's kind of scary. It's kind of like, does she sleep? I mean, like, how did that happen?
Next to me, yeah.
Right, like it's like, and I know it's from her iPhone, but still, that's impressive, and I get answers back. And so I really appreciate you and what you do for the school and how you're always on it. And I am very happy to be here. You've made it a pleasure to teach and to really teach professional astrologers. So as everyone has said, we're proud of you. I'm not going to put the same pressure on you as Chris did. I mean, like, hey, I don't whatever have that pressure on me. It's like, we're going to be watching you their whole lives. You better not screw up once. You better get the U.S. prediction right. U.S. presidential election right. Although none of us did. No, I'm kidding. But you're already doing us proud by finishing, because many people jump up and say they're astrologers without due study, and you're doing that work. Keep doing that work. Astrology is vast, like the sky, the night sky, and so are you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you.
I will second everything Sam said about everything, and Olga, or however it's spelled, Olga, whatever that is. I feel so well taken care of, because as Sam said, that whenever I send an email, I get an answer back right away. So I'm not left hanging, and then I don't have to leave students hanging if it's a question that I have about them. So thank you also for the job you're doing here.
Thank you.
She is.
I really appreciate it. I'm trying, Jody, and I'm getting to your email very soon. I'm sorry I didn't get it to it yet, but I'm getting.
Okay. I knew we had the faculty meeting, graduation ceremony. The only one of you I've interacted with personally other than Olga and Ina would be Shane. And congratulations to all of you who are graduating today. I know how difficult an achievement this has been, and how proud you should be of yourselves. Your instructors are definitely proud of you. And Susan, I hope that Dorian leaves Chapel Hill alone. I don't know what the situation is there. I have not been able to tune in, but I'm thinking about all my connections back in Chapel Hill where I used to live. So congratulations to everyone.
And
Thank
to
you, Jody. We're so glad to have you. Thank you, Jody.
Yes, and we all are going to be in your class. I'm going to be in your class.
Yeah,
for sure.
everyone's
Yeah.
going to take your class.
Oh, no pressure or anything. I will be thrilled to see you all there. Thank you.
Okay, anybody who is hiding without camera on, do you guys want to say anything? I see Lisa is here, Steve is here. These are current students. Somebody.
Yeah, it's Lisa. I wanted to jump on. She knows that I've told her about 1,000 times how proud I am of her, but I want her to verbally hear it, how proud I am of you, Shane, and everyone else. I don't know everyone else, but I do know Shane and
Well,
Olga.
we had several classes together, and I cannot express enough. Just the friendships, that you make, and we still have phone dates. We try to do it monthly, and it's been several years since we had a class together.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, and Lisa is also very close to graduating, probably, hopefully next year.
Yeah.
Yes, and we'll do it for you too, darling.
I'm looking forward to it.
Every time. Well, thank you everyone who said a word. And I just want to congratulate the graduates again. And I do realize how big of an achievement that is. It's really amazing that in our 40th and 50th, we go back to school and we study and we find time to do that. And we make this effort to do that. It's really, 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 really special, I think. And well, your study here at IAA is over, but definitely the study of astrology and your journey of understanding how the universe works is not, and that never will be over. Because once you get into astrology, once you get this virus of astrology, you cannot just take it off. You'll continue learning and doing it forever. And I think Ina will agree with me that we wish you success and satisfaction with your work in astrology. And we definitely hope that you will remain a part of the IA community forever
And ever.
and ever.
Amen.
That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to see
You
everybody.
can go
Thank
back
you.
for
Well,
the rest of the
congratulations,
evening.
everyone.
Congratulations.
Everybody. Yay.
And I also want to say, I just want to commend that young man who's with you, Shane. I don't know who he is.
This is my son, Cody. And I guess
Yeah, he's very supportive.
a few years ago,
Yeah.
so he came to mind.
That's wonderful.
Thank you for
Good
being
for you,
here, Cody.
Cody, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
And Shane, he's very good looking. How did you do that?
She looks like you. She looks like Shane.
15s, I guess.
She looks like you.
Thank you all for coming. I so appreciate each and every one of you. You are my heart.
Night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Good night.
See you later.
Good night.